Hi, my name is Richard Brooke. I'm a network marketing professional and a professional leader and coach. I've been a full-time network marketing leader since 1977. While working in a chicken factory for minimum wage, I was recruited into a network marketing opportunity. It took 3 weeks of looking before I traded the chicken plant for network marketing, and 3 more years before I developed the skills to actually succeed at it. But by year 6, I had 30,000 distributors in my sales group earning me $40,000 a month. I have always been a student of how our opportunity is seen by others, starting with how I saw it and how thousands of people I have shown it to have seen it. The 4-year career was created after years of success and failure, and thousands of people looking, questioning it, trying it, failing at it, and some succeeding. It was created as a way for people to actually see from the inside out how it really works and why it works done properly. The 4-year career is kind of the engineer's approach to understanding it. My own initial experience of looking at MLM as a prospect was frustrating. I just didn't understand any of it. I went to opportunity meetings that showed a 5 who get 5 who get 5 model for 3 weeks before I got it. I think it took so long because they never really explained it. They just kept showing the numbers and the income. I kept saying to myself, I don't know that many people. I can't sell well enough. I don't even want to. I don't have the time to do all of this. And if everyone is recruiting, who's going to sell the product? None of that helped me understand the model. I was not stupid, but I was ignorant of such concepts as compounding or geometric progressions. The 4-year career was also created as a realistic time frame in which someone can build a residual income with a substantial asset value. After 10 years in the industry full-time, I'd had enough of starting over, and I'd had enough hype about who had the fastest growing and soon-to-be biggest opportunity. I realized what we really had to offer was not income, but wealth by way of building residual income. And I realized it could not be built overnight, or even quickly by MLM standards. But given 4 to 5 years, with the right products and the right company, one could build a $1 to $5 million asset, and that's light speed by any wealth building standard. Although the model I use is 4 years, and 4 who get 4, one can use any realistic time frame and any number of duplication. Perhaps you will build your empire in a year or less. Maybe it'll take 7 years. Maybe your compensation plan is a 2 who get 2, or a 7 who get 7. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you and your leaders understand the laws that make it work and make it valuable. What matters is that you teach it to everyone who will listen. There are 4 cornerstones to the 4-year career. The first is the people. How many do you need? Where do they come from? What are they doing? The second is the products. What kind of products work? How do you sell them? Who else will I get to sell them? Third is the money. How do I get paid? Why do I get paid? Why will I continue to get paid? And the fourth is the asset value. How can it become an asset? What is residual income? How do I know that what I build will be residual? And how much is it worth? Here's the basic diagram of what the 4-year career looks like. Keep in mind that no one anywhere on the planet has a network that looks just like this. You cannot control how many people someone else will recruit. This is just a model to show what's possible and why it's possible. You sponsor 4. They each sponsor 4 for 16 at your 2nd generation. They each sponsor 4 for 64 at your 3rd generation. They each sponsor 4 for 256 at your 4th generation. And when they each sponsor 4, you have 1,024 people at your 5th generation. The first cornerstone of the 4-year career is the people. Where do I get all those people, and how do I get them? This is overwhelming for people. They don't understand it or trust it. Why would they? Most prospects we talk to do not even understand how compounding really affects their financial lives. They don't understand how to use it to build wealth by saving and investing, nor do they understand how being in non-appreciating debt literally cripples their ability to ever acquire wealth. They don't know compounding, and they don't know geometric progression of recruiting sales reps. We were all raised in the peddling paradigm. If there's a product or service by which money can be made, what are we supposed to do? Right, sell it, and lots of it. The invention of multi-level marketing 50 years ago took the shackles off of direct selling by changing the rules. No longer did it have to be just the sales manager who could hire others. Now anyone could, even the newest new hire. No longer was anyone restricted to a territory. Now you could build anywhere, in any town, regardless of who else or how many other sales reps were there. This injected nitro into the mere selling of products. Now instead of a few people selling a lot of people could just sell some, whatever amount they wanted to. The sum total of a lot of people selling a little bit each far outpaced the few selling a lot. The focus naturally then moved away from just selling the products to also attracting lots of other people to sell as well. Let's say your target per the diagram is 4 that you would enroll yourself. In order to attract 4, you may have to invite 40, 60, maybe 80 people. People choose to join your team based, yes, on the product and company you represent, but more so on you. Are you someone they would enjoy working with? Are you fun? Do you inspire confidence? Do they trust you? And most importantly, something you cannot control, is now the right time for them to look at doing something new? Do they have a compelling want or need? Are they open right now? Are they ready? Your role in building initially is just to invite as many as possible. Most companies have great tools you can use as the message. You're just the messenger. Think of your role like this. If each ace in a deck of cards represented the one person you were looking to be excited about joining you, then your role is to just see 50 or 60 people as cards in the deck. Show them your message and see who's an ace. They'll tell you. Keep going until you find 4 or more aces. The most important question to ask yourself and others looking to build is this. If you love the products, if you got all of your questions answered, and if you really, really wanted to, could you, with my help, find 4 people somewhere, anywhere to do this with you? Could you find 4 if you really wanted to? If the answer is yes, then what will be the result in short order? Absolutely, you'll have your 4. So how do you get more? Simple. If you get your 4 to do this, and doing this is all about using and recommending the products and inviting other people to do the same, and if I were to ask them the same question, if they, one of your 4, really wanted to, could they get 4? What do you think they would say? Correct. They would say yes, and in short order you would have 16. How do you get more? Ask the 16 the same question for 64 and so on. The key to understanding and believing in the growth of people in your team is the ability to phrase, present, answer, and act on that question. Thousands of sales reps on your team can come from each person believing in attracting their own 4. This is an important place to be clear about what qualifies as doing it for someone joining your team. There are 3 basic things someone needs to do to build their own team. One is to use the products. Fortunately, it doesn't take any time, which leaves all of your time for the last 2. Second is to recommend the products to others. That also does not take much time, which leaves most of your time for inviting others to take a look. If someone is using, recommending, and inviting, then we say they are doing it. The second cornerstone of the 4-year career is the sales. Obviously, in order to get paid, something must be sold. And in order to get paid every month, something must be sold and purchased every month for as long as you want to get paid. This is your product or services sales revenue. Once you have the people in place, generating sales revenue is one of the easiest parts of the plan. When you have people on your team who love the product so much they're willing to sell it, sales revenues will naturally flow. One of the most common objections people voice when faced with sponsoring or recruiting emphasis that defines a network marketing model is, if everyone is recruiting, who will sell the product? The answer is obvious. Everyone will be selling the product. And the more people you have recruited, the more product will be sold. If you've taken the time to read or watch the Mailbox Money presentation, you may remember the difference between traditional direct sales and network marketing. For example, in traditional direct sales, if you wanted to sell $1 million a month of product, you would hire 100 superstar sales reps, give them a territory, a company car, an expense account, and most importantly, a $10,000 a month quota. $10,000 a month quota times 100 superstar sales reps equals $1 million a month in sales. In network marketing, there aren't any territories, no company cars or expense accounts. So how much each sales rep sells is harder to control. Therefore, we don't limit how many sales reps you can have selling. The more, the better. For example, to market a product through the network marketing model, you might look to recruit 10,000 people and expect each to average $100 a month in total personal usage and sales. Both routes get you to $1 million a month in sales. Sales in network marketing happen several ways. First, sales are generated by the sales rep being their own best customer. Depending on the product lines offered by your particular company, a family, which may include pets, can easily use $50 to $150 a month in the products. And that doesn't include any of the product your retail customers buy. If each sales rep only had an average of one customer family, kind of like their own, their sales could double their own usage every month. 10 customers would increase their sales by 5 to 10 times. So how do you sell the products? Every company and every product is different. Some people love to approach people and actually sell. Some people like to use the internet to sell the products. And some people may even have an existing business or retail outlet through which they can sell product to existing customers. Regardless of the approach, if you just listen to people talk about their life, they will tell you about problems that your products or service could solve. You may even ask them if they have specific challenges, like finding a skincare or nutrition line they love and trust. When you hear about a problem, you just recommend a solution that has worked for you, one that has worked so well for you and others that you couldn't help but become a representative of the company. It's just like recommending a good movie or restaurant. You want to do it in an easy, natural way, so it doesn't matter to you whether they buy or not. Your job is to just recommend and let people decide for themselves if they want to try it. Using this approach, you'll never have to spend any time selling the products, nor will you ever be rejected or feel like you're imposing on people. You could produce hundreds in sales every month. Hundreds in sales moving through hundreds of representatives who are doing the same equals tens of thousands in total sales.